my co-presenters, dear friends, good afternoon. At the outset, let me thank my Commissioner, Sri Praveen Prakash ji, for giving me an opportunity to present on behalf of the department this evening. Post-lunch session and particularly before tea is really very hard to sustain the interest of the participants, but I'll try my maximum to sustain the interest of you. My presentation basically doesn't touch upon any IT tool. It's not an IT prescription, neither a diagnostics or a surgery. But basically looking into what has happened in the government and what is happening as of now and what we expect in future. If we take 1980s as the baseline for the IT revolution before 80 and after 80, if we take it as an IT revolution, what exactly happened with IT in the government, particularly with regard to the government health department, that I'll try to focus on it. How we moved from administration to management and how our governance in 80s moved to the good governance and from there to e-governance and looking forward for the digital governance. So before around 80s, so the department is only one department that here in Andhra Pradesh that's called the Director of Medical and Health Services. The systems are archaic and routine systems with the manual systems, everything placed and everything worked through the typewriting machines, and the data managed through the manual systems, compiled and sent upwards. Mostly the reports or the data is output dependent, and in fact, even in 80s, we thought of having punch machines. They are called card punch machines, which are actually supported by the government of India. This is, when we look into that, in my presentation, basically I focus on trying to link between the government and the IT, how it is linking the government, the department, what it is expected to do, and what are the programs, and how the IT enables it, and how it is enabled. That is the focus in my presentation. In the past, then afterwards, from one to many departments, we have moved in around 90s, we moved from one to many departments. The departments have been split basing on the program requirements, then the primary health care, the secondary health, then the tertiary health, then again different programs. That's how, basing on the requirement of the programs, the departments for administrative convenience have been split. And from disease and program-based projects, we have moved to the disease and program-based projects, rather than from a typical department-specific activities to disease and program-based projects. So we looked mostly towards the program deliverables. So our focus is on the programs like we focused in the 90s on the leprosy, school health, or pulse polio. These are the programs, and we look towards the program deliverables. And then around 90s, the first computers have creeped into the department, and mostly they have only replaced the typewriting machines as it passed over a period of time. The journey is basically by 2000, it is about the strengthening of the departments, and from schemes to systems, we moved from schemes to systems. Initially, we focused on the programs. From there, we moved from the program focus to the systems like we tried to strengthen the primary health care, we tried to strengthen the secondary health care, we tried to strengthen the tertiary health care. Apart from it, the disease control programs like the family welfare or the HIV/AIDS programs have been strengthened, and much of the focus is there on the improvement of the systems rather than focus on the diseases and the programs. And our focus shifted from the specific deliverable based to the program focus. We have moved towards the performance focus. We moved to the performance focus. How the departments are functioning, what are the performance indicators, are we moving in the right direction, are we able to deliver to the benefit of the patients or the citizens or the people. This is what they put the shift in. So then we have started the software programs, and computerization started in the department. This is around I can say about 2000. So the program specifically for the administrative convenience, again, we used the computers within the department, mostly based on the FoxPro, analysis based on the FoxPro. Then basic computerization looking into the OP part in experimented or piloted in some of the district hospitals. And also we tried our hand in the telemedicine using the technology for the telemedicine. The transition, basically the journey that which I wanted to highlight here is that we have experimented, as the technology moved, as the department priorities moved, the correlation between the both have a bit the department is a bit varied, because the department's perspective or the department's inevitable strengths are moving fast-paced than the IT support. Because when we try to start the IT issues and when we are trying to grapple with those things, by the time the technology becomes obsolete and we are moving forward. That is the gamble between the IT and the programs within the department. So by 2005, we were into a full-time public-private partnerships. Then we have seen that as per the government requirements or as per the government parlance, there are mainly 3 flagship programs as far the AP department is concerned, that is 104, 108 and Aarogyasri. All the 3 are patient-centric and very strongly built on the IT platform, and we have taken the technical support of the private partners, and the public domain expertise in health have actually helped to move forward in these 3 programs. Then NRHM is an overarching program covering most of the disease control programs, and the funding coming through as a single window mode from the Government of India to the state, supporting the state budgets and helping these departments once again looking towards a convergence or a comprehensive model rather than a split model, and helping the department to look into the outcome focus, like what basically where we are on in terms of infant mortality, in terms of maternal mortality, in terms of life expectancy. These are the focus indicators, how we are moving forward and how we have to go forward. Then the term E particularly came into existence, and how we are using the E in the system. Now that, as of now, the IT helps us in monitoring the mother and child through a name-based system incorporated in the department. The name-based system helps us to track each and every mother and child. This system is basically a community-based system. All the ANMs are supposed to record the name of the mother, the details of the mother, the details of the child, and see that the data is entered through the portal at the Community Health and Nutrition Cluster, which is essentially a block level administrative office in AP. So likewise, as of now, we have recorded about, we have the information about 19 lakh mothers and about 16 lakh children in the portal. Then again, the health management information system. This is actually a facility-based model where, so the volume actually does matter in the department. So we have about 24 primary health centers, about 12,000 odd sub-centers, then about 300 secondary hospitals, about 45 teaching hospitals, and a huge number of private hospitals. So the entire data in more than 170 indicators every month. It's a month-based reporting system. This is basically an output of the facility in the month. That's this. And again, the physical and financial management system is another portal. It is also basically an HMIS based portal, which it is helping for us to monitor how we can track the physical performance indicators and financial performance indicators. Again, 108, as I said earlier, and 104, which we started with a public-private partnership model. So in this, again, we are strengthening this with about, the 108 is strengthened with more than 800, plus recently about 200 ambulances added to it, and now there is an automatic vehicle tracking system software attached to it, which can help us to track each and every ambulance, where it is and what is the function of it and what it is doing and who are the patients covered and all the details. Likewise, 104 health advice and counseling. This is a fixed day health service model where more than 450 ambulances, each one make a round within the outside the 3 kilometers of the radius of the PHC, then give basic services to the patients, and all the details are entered through a system, and the details are computerized, and then the data is analyzed at the head office level. Even the person's employees and also the outside persons. Again, there is a legal caseload management system which we are using within the department. And as far as the finances is concerned, the budget and expenditure is monitored by the government, and you know that there are stringent procedures within the government for release and administrative sanctions. So those are called the budget release orders and the administrative sanctions. These are again monitored online by the government and also the department. And we are looking next, what we are looking forward is to integrate the MCTS and HMIS model and expand the coverage of the MCTS beyond mothers and children, so that it can help in tracking, it can help in the transaction process linked with the computation in the hospitals, so that the entire transaction of the facilities has been maybe covered through the computerization, and the MIS generated through the HMIS, which can help in monitoring the programs. And the comprehensive human resource management covering all aspects of HR. And the entire performance monitoring at the state or the district level, we are looking towards a GIS-based model, which can pinpoint even a subcenter where there is performance gaps, and we can see that the performance gaps are increased. And finally, if we can recall that in the morning that the Secretary, Government of India IT, he has mentioned that they are going to give the connectivity to all the up to the level of panchayats, villages in the country, and we are looking towards this last mile connectivity to all the facilities in the department. As I listed the number of facilities, every facility will have this optic fiber connectivity, so that this can help. And exploring the G2G and PPP options are our final thing, because basically this we are looking forward that how we can better use the MiSeva for for improving our systems or supporting our monitoring systems, and also a lot of PPP options are there. We are looking towards these PPP options. Thank you.